So that's why it's a digital life journey. And what happens at the end of it? There's a coffin waiting for it. Is there anybody here who thinks they're not going to die? Anybody thinks they're Superman, Man of Steel? Gonna fly from here? Right? So that's what it is. We watch TV, we fantasize things. These days, Superman, Thor, on the Avengers. Come on, they're Thor with that, right? Right? Don't they? They get the hammer off Thor. But you send them at night time to the garage to go get a pack of milk. Right? Right? Where happened to the Sherpurna then? Right? That's what it is. Because Guru Sahib ne sanu bhakti datti hai, Guru Sahib ne sanu simran naam jap nu kiya, and we getting away from that. Asi movies dekh do ke asi phir darte hain. Right? That's the difference. Okay? So let's go on here. This is what he did. This is old age Videpa. Believe me, Videpa comes on you really, really fast. Some might feel it at the age of 40, some might feel it 45, 50, right? 60, 70 for sure. On mere BBG mein na rehte hai. My in-laws have been living with me for about 20 years now. Bapuji passed away about 8-9 years ago. BBG still, there's times that she can't breathe very well. She's got water in her lungs. She's now 89 now. So one day at night time, because me and my wife, we keep our door open because we want to keep an eye on BBG. She's in the room right next to us, right? Sometimes she's breathing. She can't breathe properly. And one day what I did, I tried to follow her breathing pattern. She's like, and I tried to do the same. I go, wow, it is so difficult at that age. So बेचारी ने उन्हें pills देने पड़ते हैं, फिर उन्हें दौड़ने पड़ते हैं, फिर बेचारी washroom जाते जाते बेचारे तुरया नहीं जाता. I could carry up the stairs, down the stairs, so she can kind of sit with us in the living room, you know, watch Sikh channel, something like that. But it's not easy. It is difficult. And sometimes when you get okay, put the woman up lay jaye, walk, come on, you may to saat hum na. Seriously, it gets to that point. Bhakti hoye, then you can thoda ho jare jab aiste to see Bhai Jeevan Singh hoye ne. Badi bhakti wale ne Bhai Jeevan Singh stayed at our house one time for 2 weeks. There's really a pleasure getting up in the morning doing Nityanem and Simran with him. So I told Bhai Sahib, svere uth ke thona Simran karna, please, you know, mere bhi naam tha leo. Kehna theek hai. So I set my alarm for 2 o'clock. We went to sleep around 12. I said, keep the program at the one. I set my alarm for 2 o'clock. Alarm goes off. I look around with Paisa. Paisa's already sitting there doing his nittan. So that means he didn't even sleep 2 hours. It's just a pleasure to be at the Guru Sikhana Rehna. He's teaching my niece how to do Kirtan one time. वो शब्द सिखा रहे हैं, वो शब्द सिखती सारे ग्रामा पाड़ा नहीं. So this is when my niece was really young, right? वो शब्द सिखा रहे हैं, and I'm on the phone, but I'm on hold. I'm waiting for somebody on the other line to come back, and I'm watching Paisa teaching her Kirtan and just looking at it. And suddenly Paisa went like this. So I'm laughing inside, thinking Paisa the song here to Kirtan kariye. Suddenly she made a mistake on the organ. He got up and said, "नहीं पता इतना नहीं कितना होता." And I'm thinking he's not sleeping. होता अंतर्जामी हो तो बिच्छू निकल गया होता. श्वास उन्हें चढ़ गया था. बहुत भक्ति वाले से. I met Sikh this morning. I've been going to Malta Gurdwara every morning. Simran, they have Simran 7 days a week. Starts at 4:30 in the morning till 6 o'clock, and then I go within the gym, work out a little bit, then I go to work, right? And I work in downtown. Now, there's a Singh there, Karam Singh. I've known him since I first came to Toronto. I used to live in Malta. He's been doing seva with us ever since. Both bhakti hai. My God, Vaheguru, non-stop. Sari Dairy Gurdwara hunda seva. He's retired now. Bas only seva hi kari nahi Gurdwara. Langar seva, Patani seva. Night does Simran in the morning with the whole Sangha. And I'm thinking, my God, all those years he's been spending his time with Guru Sahib. That's what makes me think maybe I'm not trying hard enough. I should got to do more, got to do more, got to do more. Imagine the ones who are sitting here who never get up and do Simran even for 5 minutes. जिन्हें को इन्हें जाने तो जिन्हें busy बंदे हैं तो 5 minutes time नहीं मिलता सवेरे वाहिगुरु करो. Forget about Jagdi Sahib job size for ये बेंच of Finan Sahib. Forget about give a rara switch शाम करना. चलो always shut door. You couldn't have time to do 5 minutes of keep the swilla before you went to sleep. कराने मार्चने पर 5 minutes time है नहीं keep the swilla का पाठ करना. कि सच्चे पातशाह ने रात को मौत भी आई चलो तेरे चन्ना चले गए की तुझे अगर पाठ किया forget about that even तुझे बच्चों ने भी सुना देंगे 5 मिनट का पाठ I don't want you guys to put your hands up, but think about it. You have your kids sitting next to you, or you guys are now teenagers, or you guys are 19, 20, and even now you haven't thought about it. My God, you know what? Maut on you. I'm going to be in a coffin one day. Lots of time to sleep when you're in a coffin. While you're awake, what is it you're doing that's going to capture you? The Guru said, be so proud of you that he'll make sure that you don't go to Jamla night. Right? Here you go. I'll show you. In the poor country, begging for food. Right? You go from young to old. I remember my Bapuji's hands being like that. I got lines going through my hands now. I can feel my skin's getting old. I can feel that my eyes here are getting old. Right? And I'm only 50 yet. I can see it. Right? Then the messages of death starts coming to you. Right? You see it? The way you go through and then you die. Totally. Now I'm not doing this to scare you guys, but yeah, you guys watch horror movies, right? Then they have weapons with them too. Okay, just to give you an idea. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਨਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਪਾਪਾ ਜੀ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਹੋਰ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਚਲ ਮੈਂ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਹੱਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਮੱਥੇ ਟੇਕਣਾ 9 ਮਿੰਟਸ is all ਆਪਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਦੇ ਚੀਕਾਂ ਮਾਰਨੀਆਂ ਪਲੀਜ਼ 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 1 minute now ਹੌਸਾ ਆਇਆ ਹੌਸਾ ਗਿਆ that's how close death is right Guru Nanak Dev Ji have Bhai Mardana with him. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, Mardana Bani aiya rabab baja. So Bhai Mardana used to play the instrument. Guru Nanak used to sing the shabad. Dukh Panjan Tera Naam, you know, shabad ugaunde si. Sache Paatshah ne Bhai Mardana ne puchhiya, Bhai Mardana maut kadi kade rahe. How close is death? Bhai Mardana kehte maare pata nahi ta unne ek din chadhiya te dooja din auna cha nahi. Right? One day it just came and then one day it's gone and then the next day is going to come. You know what Guru Nanak Dev said? Bhai Mardana to bahut dur sochi janna. Ek to bhi de rahe ho aap. Bhai Bala ji ne puchhiya, Bhai Bala ji Guru Nanak Dev Ji seva karte the, Chauth di seva karte the, Langaran di seva karte se. Bhai Bala ji tusi dasso, maut kadi kane rahe. Kehna Maharaj ek ਘੰਟਾ ਲੰਘਿਆ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੂਜਾ ਘੰਟਾ ਆਉਣਾ ਚ ਨਹੀਂ. 1 hour passed away, I don't know if the next hour is going to come. Kehna ਤੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਦੂਰ ਸੋਚੀ janna. ਕਿੰਨੀ ਕਿ ਨੇੜੇ ਮੌਤ. You guys said this before. How near is it? Second away. Come on. That's it. ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਹ ਖੜ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ, that's it. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹ ਲਿਖ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਤੁਸੀਂ. ਜਿੰਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਰਮਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਹ ਲਿਖੇ ਉਨੇ ਮਿਲਨੇ ਆ, ਇੱਕ ਵੱਧ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਣਾ. ਹੁਣ ਕਈ 19 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸਾਹ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨੂੰ, ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਰਗੇ 50 ਤੋਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸਾਹ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨੂੰ, ਕਿ 30 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਆ, ਕਿ 5 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ, ਕਿ 6 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਆ, ਕੋਈ ਛਿੱਕਾਂ ਮਾਰੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਸਾਲ ਆ. I just wasted one on achoo, right? ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਇਹ ਸਾਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਹੈ and one day there ain't going to be no more. So what happens then? ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਹ ਖੜ ਗਏ no more breathing, what happens to you? What happens to you? You're dead. Thank you. That was difficult, wasn't it? You're dead. Now what? So now you're dead. Now what? Some people think, I'm going to drink my life away, I'm going to have all the parties I can before I die. I'm going to die. Really? ਕਈ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਭਗਤੀ ਕਰਾਂ ਨਾ ਸਵਾਸ ਮੇਰੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਚੰਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਾਂ ਵੀ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਦਾ ਮੌਤ ਆਏ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਜੁੜਿਆ ਰਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਆ which ones do you want to be? And I always give this example and I'm going to give it again today because a lot of young kids there, there's parents with them, I'm glad your parents come with them too. I'm glad it's not just people coming with their daughters and sons, but and fathers are coming too. Very important. Okay? Here's a question. You have a girl that's born in your family. One could be she doesn't want to study, she wants to fool around outside, she doesn't want to come home. ਧੱਕੇ ਖਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਵਿਚਾਰੀ ਕੱਚੇ ਫੜਦੀ ਆ ਸਾਰੀ ਦਿਹਾੜੀ ਫਿਕਰ ਮਾਂ ਪਿਓ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਚੇ ਕੁੜੀ ਭੱਜ ਗਈ ਆ You got one that gets spend morning ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ ਪਾਠ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ ਸਕੂਲ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ A1 ਰਿਪੋਰਟਸ ਘਰੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਮਾਂ ਪਿਓ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ ਰੋਟੀ ਚ ਵੀ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਪਾਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਵੀ ਆ Which one do you want? And you got a son. ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਆਂ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸੁੱਖ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਹੁਣ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਘਾਟ ਪਈ ਹੋਈ ਆ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ Wonder why? Right? Equality, Guru Sahib ne kiya siya, we're not bringing equality into our religion, and that's our fault, not Guru Sahib. He set the trend for us. You want a son gets born. Son ਘਰੇ ਵੜਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਮੋਕ ਕਰਦਾ, ਡਰੱਗ ਕਰਦਾ, ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਘਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੜਦਾ, ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਪਾਰਟੀਆਂ ਪੁੱਟੀਆਂ ਤੁਰੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਗੱਲ ਟੁੱਟ ਕੇ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ, ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਪੜ੍ਹ ਲਾ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਤੇ ਡਿਗਰੀ ਕਰ, ਫਿਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਜੋਬ ਆਪੀ ਕਰ ਲੂੰਗਾ, ਇੱਦਾਂ ਕਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੋਲਦਾ। ਤੇ ਜੀ ਕਰ another son ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਉੱਠਦਾ, ਪਾਠ ਕਰਦਾ, ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਸਕੂਲ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਘਰੇ ਵੀ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਮਾਂ ਪਿਓ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਵੀ ਕਰਦਾ, ਹਾਂ ਮੰਮੀ ਮੈਂ ਚਲੋ ਮੈਂ ਘਾਹ ਕੱਟਣਾ, ਡੈਡੀ ਵਿਚਾਰਾ ਕੰਮ ਤੇ ਫਿਰਦਾ, ਮੈਂ ਘਾਹ ਕੱਟਣਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ। Which one do you want? 90% is the first one I talked about. 90% the first girl and 90% the first boys that you're getting now. Why would Guru Sahib Ji send a boy or a girl, Bhakti Wali, to your house to tusi sikhi cheni hai? Why would he? Odi vi bhakti kharab karni hai. Think about it. Je thode kole bachche aaye a te tusi ਉਹਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ, as a ਮਾਂ ਪਿਓ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਵੀ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਹੀ ਪਾਸੇ ਪਾਉਣਾ। ਜੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਹੈਗੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਸਿਖਾਉਂਗੇ? ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸ ਕੌਣ ਤੂੰ ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਪੀ ਲਾ, ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਔਖੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਪੀਂਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਕੁੜੀ ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਪੀਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਤੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਡੈਡੀ ਤੂੰ ਪੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ, what are you going to do then? How are you going to stop that? ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਵੱਲ ਲੱਗੇ ਆ, ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰਦੇ, ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਜੁੜਦੇ ਆ, ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ, ਕਲਾਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਗੁਰੂ ਵੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਫਿਰ ਬੱਚੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਾ। ਪਾਰਟੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਜਾਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਬਹਿਣਾ ਔਖਾ, ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਾਲੇ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਫਿਰ? Then you watch an Indian movie up to 2 o'clock in the morning. Will you have a shower and do your nitane? I doubt it. Now what time are you going to get up if you're going to sleep at 2 o'clock? 12 बजे आके उठना। अब मेरे को ना टाइम नहीं सीगा पाठ करने में, really 12 घंटे सौने टाइम नहीं मिला। गुरु ने से 2-3 घंटे भी नहीं सौने देंगे, वो सारी दिहाड़ी चली जाती है। And that's my philosophy, my personal philosophy. I sleep very little, maybe 3 to not even 5 hours, but 3-4 hours. Because I'm going to have lots of time to sleep when I'm in that coffin. Lots of time to sleep. Alright, but while we're in this world, naam japna, apra naam japna. Jinnai jap hunda, unnai thoda. Jinni seva kar hundi, unni thodi. Jinni bani pali hundi hai, unni thodi. Jinni bachche nu tushe aale change par saas le, unnai thoda. Right? As a parent, work hard, great. Want to play? Great. But do put that effort in Guru Sahib first and foremost than anything else. Because that's what's going to go with you. Jado jama hai na land, unhone maar pat ke leke aana hai ta. Kyunki Kaljug is a longer stage, lokan ne paap jade kitte hunde hain Kaljug ch, dharmaraj kol pahunch nu line bhi jade lambi honi hai. Don't think you're going to die and you're straight away in front of dharmaraj. Oh kutt maar ke lene jinesh teri wari nahi hone, kutt maar kariye nahi unhone. Khabra saal lag jaye, khala 2 saal lag jaye dharmaraj kol pahunche no. And then Dharamraj opens his book in the court of Guru Sahib. And held on, it's right here somewhere. Good and bad. There's the court. Now you get to Dharamraj, right? So you get to Dharamraj. He's going to look at your court. He's going to say, "Yeah, tu ta kade uth ke paath nahi kitta." Right? And anybody heard of 84 lakh tune? How much is that? 8.4 million. Approximately 4.2 million in the water, approximately 4.2 million on the earth. Jado maa piyo, daddy, bacteria, when you guys digging the ground in the summer, jado ghar wali kadi aaj sabjiyan se beejniyan ja karna, fir tusi dig karde na, kande ke gandoe mala bhaje phirde hunde, unni ke jagah de vich kafi hunde na udah. Je meat pੈ jaye, see all those worms all over the place and the birds that are running around catch them. Something I noticed this year, and I really never noticed it before. I was early in the morning, and standing in my window. And you know you got those daddy long legs? Daddy long legs? Okay. Well, one of them came like that, and I was watching these birds come in my garden, and they're eating something in the garden, then they fly away, then they go to the side of the garden, because I have a corner house, right? Then they go to the side of the house, and then the birds go, and then they fly away. And I didn't know what they were doing in the garden. I had no idea. And then what happened, I was sitting there watching it, and the daddy long leg came like this, and it fell on the windowsill, on the outside. Window there. So it's sitting there like that. Ever think about that June? You know, daddy long leg, lambi latta wale hunde, khambal lage hunde, na? Main kadni aukhi June hai. You know why? He's defenseless. He can't fight off if somebody came. So a bee came, and he quickly attacked it, and I had no chance to even do anything else. I'm on the inside, but somehow maybe I would try to do something to it, fly it away or something like that, right? He ate the whole body within seconds. Daddy long later, oh, they khamba, oh, they let out they pay again. Oh, on khaki shutti bach gaya. I go, wow, how we do now? I look at the world in a different way than other people. I don't know how other people look at it. I look at it, ek swas na kharab na hoye. And you're going to work, so I do a lot of talking work because I do a lot of presentations as well, which is fine. But jitte Guru Sahib de vela ho na kidhar aaye. The swan the Guru Sahib da honda ekta. Two types of the swan. One is 10% giving it to a good cause. You're helping a Garib family or whatever, that's one. And then you got 10% Hissa Toda Guru Val every day. So what's 10% of 24 hours? 2.5 hours. So 2.5 hours, 2.5 घंटे Guru Sahib laune हैं. और तुसी एक घंटा दा इत्थे ला लिया संगत दे विच असीं संगत बन गए. एक घंटा दा थोड़ा आज सफल हो गया. ताकि सिक्खी दी गल्लां सुन रहे हैं आप. We're learning from each other. Yeah? तुसी सवेरे नितनेम कीता, half an hour, 45 minutes. तुसी सिमरन कर लेते घंटे लिए another half an hour. तुसी जोड़ियां दी सेवा कर ली, तुसी आगे गुरुद्वारे मत्था टेकिया, तुसी सिमरन सुन लिया. ये सारा काउंट होता up to 20 to Raras, Keetan Swella, that's true. Keetan सुन लिया. And let's say you do studies and decide to Keetan, तो पंजन तेरा नाम, कोई शब्द लाख खुशियां पाचाइयां. All of this will count towards your 2.5 hours daily. Wow, 2.5 hours was Guru said, that's a lot. Not really. How much is left over? Come on guys, you brain boxes. How much is left over? Take 2.5 hours out of 24. 24 minus 2.5. My God, thank you. Is that true? Anybody arguing against someone? Wow, there's some really brainy guys here, including me. I didn't even know that myself. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So in the end, obviously soft enough, right? So now you got time to watch TV, you got time to play, you got time to make sure you get to school, you got time to work. 21.5 hours. Right? No hands up, no actually anybody hands up. Do you actually put 2.5 hours every day towards Guru Sahib? Now I travel a lot. I was in Dubai for almost a week and a half or whatever. I was in Calgary, but no way will I let my nickname go. No way will I not do my Simran, Ishlam Khanna and Guru Sahib. I won't say Chalo Hota Mai Dubai and Tiki Road apart. No way. Because I always think we did a Mautai, that's going to count against me. The Mautoniya, look, we look at this by who's there. This is what's going to come. Sadiwali Oniya. Right? Kai Karama de Galhunde or Jailan Temple Band there. I had a BP that came to me right here, right this spot over here. I'll never forget that day. She came to me right here and she's crying like anything. Like a class she said to me, Harmeet Singh, mera na beta jail cha. He's in prison. And I really seriously need some help. How long has he been there? 2 years. Well, he had a 2-year term, but for good behavior, they'll let him out a few months earlier, like 3-4 months earlier. So I asked her what he did. She said he used to come to this class when he was younger. That really hit me. That my God, maybe I didn't try hard enough to help this guy. Why did we fail? And he came to this class when he was younger. Said, and his Masi's car from the driveway. The first offense he did, he took a credit card from his mom, MasterCard or whatever, and he blew the $10,000-$20,000 on that credit card. Mom knew the pata nahi mera credit card leke only use kar liya. Now what do you think he used it on? Drinks, drugs, smoking, drinking, whatever. दूसरी बड़ी उन्हें बेचारे कहता कोई fraud हुआ मेरे card to पैसे कोई card get this and that. They investigated, found out, family member did it. Now she's wondering, the only person probably would do it would be him. Second offense, he stole his Masi's car from the driveway. All the family got together, they all gaddi le gaya, aadhe friend anu leke, they drove down to Kitchener to go to some party. Drinking, driving, no license, no insurance under his name. He got stopped with a projection of a knife with him as well. Got put in prison for 2 years. God knows what else he might have done in between. You know what's the funny thing? He comes to this class. Mom goes to me, he needs a letter. If you can please recommend a letter, we can help him come out and then we have to keep an eye on him. I goes, no problem, thank you, we'll do that. So we used to do camps in the summer holidays, we still do, and then he started helping at the camp. He was such a nice kid, really humble, really humble. बस उन्हें बेचारे सेवा करी ने लंगरी सेवा ने जोनी ने सेवा करनी है गुरसिख बन गया दाढ़ी रख ली केस दाढ़ी रखी took Amrit it became really good now you have a criminal record right what kind of job do you think you can get a labor job right because he didn't study when he was supposed to didn't go to university so he was stuck and now he couldn't get a job because people look at your criminal record we don't want to give you a job but thank God I knew a few friends who got a job in a mechanic shop so he could start doing something now he's got a pretty decent job now and unfortunately he's married too and he's doing really well now unta guru da sekha amrit veli urta pani pada naam jab he doesn't forget but one thing I did ask him almost I don't like to say people's names right I asked him because what happened he's a really good friend of mine now really helps very very nice guy he goes to me uncle you just mixed with the wrong crowd that's exactly what happens I mixed up with the wrong crowd for a little while too for 3 years thank God guru sahib ne to kaat ke rakh liya right but I take that experience, the wrong experience for 3 years and put it into positivity to help those guys that they don't jump into the same problem that I jump into. Very important to help people out. Karma di galla. This is exactly the karma. Thode karma katnu shukr rabolo o fir bhi wapas aa gaya. What if he came out of prison? And I asked him a question. Main keh dil to jail ch baitha si jehde friend naal fasya did they ever come to see you? Kahna nahi. Main keh did they call you? Phone kita nahi. मैं कौन आया तो देखा कहना मम्मी डैडी but don't forget who your real parents and your real friends are don't ever forget that परमेश्वर तो बगैर और माँ प्यो तो बगैर कोई भी थोड़ा साथ दे सकता you might think I have the best friends in the world the best girl in the world and my friends this and that when it comes to the crunch they'll all run away माँ प्यो रह जाएंगे पर उन्हें दुख निकलने देना माँ प्यो की सेवा आत्म करनी है till the end till they leave this world because you know what happens Mom and dad inni thodi care kar dena they care so much about you young kids listen up here that you will not realize how much they love you and how much they care about you until they don't leave this world then you'll say oh my God I miss my mom I miss my dad they used to do this for me do that for me udo jak no chette aana pehlo nahi chette aana I lost my mom when I was only 11 years old that is tough my sister was only 8 to lose your mom very tough. So when you got them, cherish them. Okay, so when they die, they'll remember that my kids are good. Very important, right? Ek karma di gal hundi hai. theek hai? That's reincarnation. Jam ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੈਣ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਧਰਮਰਾਜ ਕੋਲੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੂਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਆ right there's a June they take 3 years to be born 24 years to be born I was watching the Earth program on TV वो जानवर है वो धरती दे in Amazon in Brazil you know near the Amazon area they take 24 years 24 years to be born fly here like dragonflies फिर ਜਦੋਂ ਨਿਕਲਦੇ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਹਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਚ ਨਿਕਲਦੇ ਧਰਤੀ ਚੋਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਚਿੜੀ ਖਾਂਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਕੀ ਖਾਂਦਾ ਉਹ ਇੰਨੇ ਰਾਜਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਜਾਨਵਰ ਨਾ the other jaguars get so full just eating these millions of creatures that are coming out of the earth that they get so tired they can't eat anymore and 3 days later they're dead all of them are just totally dead 24 ਸਾਲ ਜਨਮ ਨੂੰ 3 ਦਿਨ ਮਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ 24 ਸਾਲ ਬਾਅਦ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਆਉਣਾ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਜੂਨ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ right now let's take an example here Bhai Singh's here I'm here Mani's here as well right Bhai Sabit should be baithi ne there's a young kid sitting here a couple of kids sitting over there who are hiding right a couple of kids sitting here parents sitting here right human life is more than 1 year agree a dog more than 1 year cat machar right few days 1 or 2 days right drinks the blood and 2 it pops yeah okay each June has more than 1 year but let's just take an example a June hai gaya okay just to make sure that you read aade look okay har ek tarah di June right look they actually move nice isn't it see Dajit Singh I bet you didn't know that one that was added in afterwards pal okay bhai guru ke paas so what is a June hai gaya theek hai na har ek June ne jaise keh diye 1 saal rehna hai so human being 1 year a cat dog 1 year a lion monkey bandar 1 year so Guru Sahib ji kehte 84 lakh June 8.4 million so if everybody is 1 year how many years is that how many 84 million right am I right is everyone's 1 year and there's 8.4 million so how many years is that Wow, got some really smart guys in this class. Is it 8.4 million or 84 million? All right, good. That's a trivia question. Okay, 8.4 million is, yeah? Now, every June has got more than 1 year. A human being, oh, like me, 50 years, right? A dog, 13, 14 years. A jaguar, hathi, elephant, all these years. So that would be billions of years or millions of years before you become a human being again, no? Right? What if you're living in a tarti for 24 years before you're born, and then you're only around for 3 days? Now, is Bandar, can you do a bhakti? Can you sit down and go, why? No, right? On a tapiyana, tapiyana. Guy the chocolate market in Vassali. Kora in Vassala. Right? One number of the market in Haniga. Bhakti Karan. Who knows, right? Birds got a very small brain. Hatika cookie on the cookie, kumu tatato. Ek papia, there's a Januar papia. He will not drink water jinni marji te alagye jinni marji gan garmi one pani nahi pina jinna cha bhi na piya sache rabba tu pani ta main pina aida de bhi janwar hege hon asi inni juna kat ke bande di jun chahe hon ek banda idhar baitha hai idhar baitha bujurg bhi baithe hai bacche bhi baithe we went through all this to become a human being and asi badi mehnat kiti hai badi गुरु ने क्या सच्चे पातशाह कृपा कर तू मैंने बंदे दी चूंदे मैं तेरा नाम जपूंगा मैं आ करूंगा मैं सेवा करूंगा भक्ति करूंगा होरां नु भी जोड़ूंगा बच्चों नु भी जोड़ूंगा सारा कुछ करूंगा that's what we promised to Guru Sahib when we in that stomach of our mother अग्नि दे विच गर्मी दे विच ਅਸੀਂ जो कह रहे रब तू मैंने कृपा कर बस मैं तो बस तेरी भक्ति छोड़ू नहीं बस मैं जपी आना नाम बस होरां च पाई आना and then we are born सारा हार्ट वाहिगुरू ते बच्चे दा हार्ट and then it starts slowing down. Then it starts going, oh, dada, mama, right? Feel duck kari anda. Fir vadda hoya khetan ch paina. I got my grandson, Harjas. He loves a little ball. Kick around the ball. He watches a football game. If there's a football game on, American football game on, he'll be sitting on TV watching all these characters running around after the ball. It's like that. He's only a year old. Right? So I look at that. That's why I look at him. I think about I monitor people's lives. It's just one of those things for me. I want to see if I can, keep up with Guru Sahib too. If you're a bada bachcha unhone khedna from the school jana par waheguru karna bhul gaya. And then you all made a promise to Guru Sahib, right? All you guys. Sache paatshah maine jurna je kaat de main teri bhakti karu naam japu hora mein japaun. Now you think either you're 5 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old, 30, 50 years old or older. Did you guys do that? Have you guys started doing that? Right? Do you know what's going to happen if you don't? What's going to happen if you don't? You're back into that again. Now, if you guys watch geographical programs that come on TV, kade sher hunda, kada jaake duje jaanwar nu paarda. Kade sap hunda, kott ke bande nu maar denda. You got one predator and you got one prey that's always hunting them down. I was watching this program I read a British paper once in a while, just reading what's going on in England. They showed a little video of a buffalo. A buffalo na bechara pani che khada. You know those horns there with the buffalo? He's standing in the water. He's got a pack of lioness on the land, waiting for him to come out of the water so they're going to pounce on him. He's got a crocodile coming behind him in the water. And if he stays in the water, the crocodile gets him. Oh, bahar nikalda shera ne unka na. Oh, bechara bichon farda. Guess who got him? Crocodile. He's too scared to come out of the water. Crocodile pichho aaya chappa marya karke maas karke fir duje crocodile aaya sare ora maas paak ke bechare tabaa karke hट रह गया.